my dear students, a very good morning to all of you. So in previous class we have finished exercise 4.3 in the quadrilateral. Yes, so today we are moving to us. I hope that last problem you have solved and the answers I will send you. And next concept, that is the basic concept which we have learnt at the starting only. So I explained you what you mean by the rectangle, parallelogram and what you mean by the kites. On the basis of that only whole exercise depends. So for this you need all basic concept. What do you mean by all the terms? That must and should you have to learn. Then only it is possible to understand. So let's directly I will move towards exercise 4.4 because as at the starting only we have discussed these points. Just write exercise 4.4. In that first one, state whether true or false. In that H, till H we will write, and for every whether it is a true or false with reason we will write there. Okay. So first one, all rectangles are squares. So in this first question, all rectangles are squares. So you have to tell whether it is a true or false. So for that you have to understand what do you mean by the rectangle. So in rectangle the opposite sides are equal, yes, but what about in squares? All rectangles are square they have given. That means in square all the sides are equal to each other and it is 90 degree. The angle formed is 90 degree. But in rectangle only opposite sides are equal. That means all rectangles are not square. That means this statement is false because what's the reason? So I am writing the reasons whether they have not asked there. Only true or false you have to write for that. But also we will write in the bracket reason because you have to understand the concept. Yes. So squares have all the angles equal to each other. But in rectangles the opposite sides are equal. In squares all the sides are equal because in squares all the sides are equal. All the sides are equal, and in rectangle only opposite sides are equal. Opposite means face to face. These two are equal, these two are equal. Opposite sides are equal. Even you can include the angle also here. In squares the angles, all the sides angles is 90 degree. Even you can mention. Now the second one, whether it is true or false, we have to tell all rhombuses are parallelograms. So rhombuses, as the starting I have explained, yes. So rhombuses means it is like a parallelogram in that it is the type of the parallelogram in that these adjacent sides are equal. The adjacent sides always equal to each other. And another thing, as the adjacent sides are equal, the opposite sides will also become equal to each other. That means all the sides are equal in rhombus. All the sides are equal in rhombus. Then question arises, what about square, ma'am? In square we have a perpendicular. That means it is a 90 degree formation. But in rhombuses all the sides are equal to each other. And all rhombuses are parallelogram. So what is the condition for parallelogram? Only opposite sides are, so if it is a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal to each other. That means whether this rhombus goes through the parallelogram property or not, we have to say. Then what you can think, whether all the rhombuses are parallelogram? Yes, it is true because the rhombuses all the sides are equal, and even in rhombuses the opposite sides are equal to each other. That means all the rhombuses are definitely a parallelogram. Then you think if they have given opposite, whether all parallelograms are rhombuses? No, it is not possible. All parallelograms are not rhombuses, but all rhombuses are parallelogram because in parallelogram opposite sides are equal. In rhombus also we can say opposite sides are equal. So that's then the statement is true for itself. So we will write the reason as parallelogram the opposite sides are equal. In rhombuses all the sides are equal to each other. So I will write that one. So I have written because in rhombuses all the sides are equal, and that means opposite sides also equal to each other, which satisfies the condition of the parallelogram. Hence the statement is true. Now the third one, all squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. So all squares are rhombuses. What about square? In square all the sides are equal to each other. all the squares are rhombuses. If all the sides are equal means we can say this may be a rhombus also. Okay, and also rectangle. So what is the condition for rectangle? The opposite side must and should be equal to each other. That means all square are rhombuses and even all squares are rectangles, we can say, because it goes through the properties of the rhombus and rectangle. Which one? The squares goes through the properties of rhombus also. It will satisfy the property of rhombus also, and even it satisfies the properties of rectangle. So we can say this one as a yes, it is a true, because the square can satisfy the condition of rhombus and rectangle. So in rhombuses all the sides are equal, in rectangle the opposite sides are equal, which is satisfied by the squares. So I'll read this one. Because the squares have all sides are equal, so in squares all the sides are equal, which satisfies the condition of rhombus, that is all sides are equal in rhombuses, and in rectangle opposite sides are equal. If you observe in square also the opposite sides are equal to each other. Hence all squares are rhombuses and all squares are also rectangle. Now the fourth one, all squares are not parallelogram. So as all squares, what is the condition for parallelogram? The opposite sides must and should be equal. So as we know that in squares all the sides are equal to each other. That means in square the opposite sides are also equal. If the opposite sides are equal, then square we can say that it is a parallelogram. But they have given that all squares are not parallelograms. This is not true, because it is a false, because as squares, in squares all the sides are equal, and what is the condition for parallelogram? The opposite sides must and should equal. So on the basis of that we can say all squares are parallelogram. So reason I wrote, because in squares all opposite sides are equal, hence it must be an parallelogram. So I have compared the square with a parallelogram here. So as the statement they have given are not parallelogram, it must be parallelogram. If the question is given like all squares are parallelogram, then you have to say yes, it is a true. Next question, that is all kites are rhombuses. So kites, you know that it is like this. So two sides are equal to each other, that means opposite sides, and another two sides are, these two sides are equal to each other, and these angles are equal, but these angles are not equal to each other. And even diagonals, the diagonal one formed is lengthy compared to the another one, and these form 90-degree angles. So these are the properties of the rhombus, kite. So this is a kite, and all kites are rhombuses they have given. So what do you mean by rhombus? So in that all the sides are equal to each other in rhombus. And what is kite? The sides, the opposite sides only equal. These two are equal to each other, these two are equal to each other. But in rhombuses we want all the sides are equal. Then the statement is false, because in rhombuses all the sides are equal, but in kites only opposite sides are equal. Yes. So this is the reason rhombus all sides are equal, and in kite only opposite sides are equal. So all rhombuses are kites. So now all rhombuses. So what do you mean by rhombus? All the sides, we will consider this one. In rhombuses all the sides are equal. Then what is the condition of kite? The opposite sides must and should be equal. So observe the opposite side for this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. That means the rhombus can satisfy the properties of the kites. So we can say the adjacent sides in rhombuses, in rhombus, which is the adjacent side? So if you observe this angle, this is equal to this. If you observe this one and this one, this is equal to this, and this is equal to this. Yes. So that means in kite also the adjacent angles, the opposite angles of these two, these are the adjacent, so these are the adjacent angles. So these two, adjacent means nearby that one, first one and second one, as you can observe here. And then these are the adjacent. Opposite means face to face. This face to, if this face is equal, then these are opposite. These are the adjacent angles. So I have written here opposite. We'll make in kite adjacent angles, adjacent sides are equal to each other. Now in rhombus all the sides are equal means in kites only adjacent angles are equal. Now check in rhombuses whether the adjacent sides are equal or not. In kites, whether adjacent angles are equal or not. Adjacent sides are equal. That means our statement is true because in rhombus. So because in rhombus all the sides are equal. All sides are equal and it satisfies the condition or you can say property of the kite, condition of kites where adjacent sides are also equal. Adjacent sides are also equal. You write neatly because I have not leaved space here, so it become lengthier now. So G, all parallelograms are trapezium. So parallelograms, you know, so opposite sides are equal to each other. In trapezium also the opposite sides are equal. In some condition it may not be equal also, but here what they having, all parallelograms are trapezium. Yes, because opposite sides are equal to each other. If it is not equal also, then it is also trapezium. If it is equal also, then it is a trapezium. So what is the property of the trapezium? You have to observe there. All parallelograms, opposite sides are equal, are trapezium. So in trapezium, the one of the side is equal to each other. Another may equal or may not be equal. It doesn't matter. So that means all parallelograms are trapezium. If they will give reverse, then it is not true. But this one is true because it satisfies the condition of trapezium in parallelogram. So I hope you will write the reason, because in parallelogram, so I will write that one. In parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Sides are equal, which satisfy the condition of trapezium. Which satisfy the properties of trapezium. I will write properties of trapezium. Okay, so all squares are trapezium now. So what they have given, all squares. In squares all the sides are equal. So if all the sides are equal means the opposite sides also equal to each other. So what is the condition for this, for trapezium property? The opposite sides may equal. So we can write as, so it is true because in squares all the sides are equal. In squares all sides are equal, we can write. So that is true. Now the second question, identify all the quadrilaterals that have 4 sides of equal length. So what do you mean by the quadrilateral? It is a closed figure which consists of 4 sides. Yes, so in that 4 sides are equal. So what are the equal side length? So one is your square and another one is your rhombus, because in rhombus you have all the sides are equal to each other. And 4 right angle they have given. So right angles you will get in, so again don't write square and rhombus. In square we have right angle each other, that means 90-degree angles, but in rhombus it is not a condition. In rhombus only condition is all the sides and adjacent sides or opposite sides must and should be equal to each other. In square we have the 90-degree angle, so we can say that is a right angle, so we can consider one is square, and another one that is our rectangle. So opposite sides are equal to each other and these have the 90-degree angle, so even we can write rectangle also. So this is second question. Just move it towards third one. Explain how square is a quadrilateral. So what is the condition for quadrilateral? We should have a closed figure. So in that 4 sides are equal to each other. So sorry, in quadrilateral, what do you mean by quadrilateral? It is a closed figure, all the sides are equal. It is a closed figure, there are 4 sides. So quadra means 4, lateral means sides. So if any figure is containing 4 sides, that is closed figure, then it is called as a quadrilateral. So explain how square is a quadrilateral. So square has a closed figure. Square has a closed figure having four having four having four sides. Hence it is a quadrilateral. Hence it is a quadrilateral. If you need, you can mention the sides of the quadrilaterals are sides of the squares are equal to each other. But the question is only they have asked about the quadrilateral. Whether the square is a quadrilateral? Yes, square has a closed figure having four sides, hence it is a quadrilateral. And whether square is a parallelogram. So for that you must and should know the property of the parallelogram. So square is a parallelogram because opposite sides are equal to each other. Yes, square has a closed figure, you can write, or you can just write a square has opposite sides are equal to each other, equal to each other, or parallel to each other. Parallel sides also equal. Parallel means these are parallel to each other, so these are equal, these are parallel to each other, so which can satisfy the condition of square. So square is also a parallelogram. Square is a quadrilateral, square is a parallelogram, and square is a rhombus also, because in rhombus all the sides are equal. So we can say a square is a rhombus, as square is a rhombus, because I will write a square is a rhombus because it has all the sides equal. Then fourth one, a square is a rectangle. So on which condition you can say whether square is a rectangle or not? So it is on the basis of the 90-degree angle. Yes, that means even we can write a square is a rectangle as it has opposite sides parallel or equal to each other, parallel or equal to each other you can write, and even you can mention each angle is 90 degree. So which is the condition for rectangle also, which is the condition for square also. So this is about third question. Let's move it towards fourth one. Name the quadrilateral whose diagonals bisect each other. So you have to tell the quadrilateral name whose diagonals, you know. For example, if it is a square, these are the two diagonals, these are opposite angles, joining lines are diagonals. Yes, so diagonals, what they have given, bisect means it will cut at a one point and there is an intersection point is there, that is a bisect. So one you can say as answer. So first one is square, we can say, because in square the diagonals, all sides are equal, the diagonals, squares you can say. Then rectangle, in rectangle also it is possible. And after that parallelogram, so you can give all the parallelograms also, parallelogram and rhombus also we can write. Okay, then second one, are perpendicular bisect of each other. So perpendicular, that means, so for example, if you consider a square, so square, in square the diagonals, the perpendicular bisect each other, the intersection angles, the diagonals should get 90-degree angle. Yes, so this you have observed in even in kite also. Yes, so in kite the opposite, the adjacent sides are equal to each other, and here the diagonals bisect at 90-degree angle. And even it is not in case of rectangle, it is only in case of square it will do. And after that in kite and in rhombus, you remember sometimes these are not perpendicular to each other also, so we can't consider kite as the example here. Only we can consider as perpendicular, perfect bisect and quadrilateral whose diagonals are perfect bisectors of each other. That means 90 degree, one is in square and another one it may be in rhombus. Okay, rhombus also, because all the sides are equal means the formation will be 90 degree. When you draw the diagonals, there is a 90 degree formation. So hence we can say that are equal to each other. The perpendicular bisect at each other. And last one, that is name the quadrilateral whose diagonals are equal. So diagonals must and should be equal in that case. So diagonals are equal in case of square and even rectangle also. So this we have studied in the introduction only. And question number 5th, explain why rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Again you came to the introduction of convex quadrilateral. So what do you mean by the convex quadrilateral? The diagonal whichever form that is inside the quadrilateral, not outside. For example, you have observed there, so like this one diagram is there, in that the formation of diagonal is outside. Yes, so that means it is a concave quadrilateral. So explain why rectangle is a convex quadrilateral, because the diagonals formed are inside the quadrilateral, inside the rectangle. So hence we can say this one is the convex quadrilateral. So we'll write that one. Then next we will move towards our 6th question. So this you can write, a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral since its both diagonals are formed are interior. In a convex quadrilateral, diagonals forms are inside. So this is about 5th question. Let's move it towards 6th one, which is the last question of this exercise and quadrilateral unit. So 6th question, ABC is a right angle triangle. ABC is the right angle triangle means it is a 90 degree formation. So they have given diagram also, and O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. So this is the 90 degree angle, right angle. The side opposite to the right angle, O is the midpoint. That means this is the midpoint as it is opposite 90 degree. If you observe from here, this is the front side. So this is the midpoint O. So explain why O is equidistant from, so that means the side, this will be a midpoint, and you have to explain that why equidistance from A, this midpoint formed is, explain equidistance from A, B and from C. That means these are equal, you have to explain why it is equal, on the basis of which you will say these are equal, you have to explain. So first thing, you know that, so if you increase, if you draw this one and you will get a square form. Yes, so if as it is a 90 degree angle and in squares, you know that the diagonals will form. So in diagonals, these two sides are equal, these two sides are equal, you have to prove. If the sides are equal means the from the B till O, A to the O and OC are equal, that is equidistance from each other. So that's it, you have to mention there. So first thing, as they have given a right angle triangle, so right angle triangle means it is a 90 degree angle and there is a equidistance from, as it is the diagonal, one of the diagonal we can draw. So if there is a formation of diagonal, that means this side and this side will become equal to each other, because the diagonal formed is equidistance, that is equal to each other. So which we can consider, and first we will write O is the midpoint as they have given. So whatever they have given, that we will write. O is the midpoint of that AC you can write, or just write O is the midpoint of the midpoint. And if as O is the midpoint of the diagonal, then this AO is equal to CO. So what we have did, we have constructed A, this we will give as the name D. So AD and DC. So we have constructed, draw the line. So construct. So this one I will take it as AD parallel to BC. So AD parallel to BC. Why? Because these sides will become equal. If these sides will become equal, then we can draw the diagonal. If then these two sides will become equal to each other, because it is a 90-degree angle. Due to 90-degree angle, if you draw this will also, as opposite sides are equal in parallelogram, on that condition we can again say this angle is also 90. Then this will also become 90, this will also become 90. Then because on the basis of all the sides, all the angles formed in a square. So another angle, these two we will sides we will consider. So AB is parallel to this side, that is DC. So if these opposite sides are equal to each other, then we can say this one is the parallelogram. Yes. So because in parallelogram opposite sides are equal. So parallelogram ABCD. Hence we can say parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a, you can write ABCD or ADCB. Don't write ACDB like that. You can't write. Once you go like this only you have to go. Otherwise you have to go like this. Okay. So ABCD is a parallelogram on the basis of which you are writing, on the basis of the opposite sides are equal to each other. And in parallelogram, one of the angle they have given, angle B is equal to 90 degree, or you can write angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. If the angle B is 90 degree, then it is a rectangle. So because in square, if it is a square, then what is the condition? All the sides must and should be equal. But here you observe that all the sides are not equal. Only the opposite sides are equal to each other. Hence, it is a rectangle. So what is the question? If it is a rectangle and the sides whichever, the diagonals whichever is formed are equal to each other, because these diagonals are equal and these diagonals are equal to each other. That means it is equidistant from the B, it is equidistant from the A, it is O is the equidistant from the C also. This is about 6th question. This completes your quadrilateral unit, and just read properly. There will be exam that I will inform you afterwards. So if you have any doubt related to the any concept, you can ask with me. So here when you have to mention this one also, it is the equidistance. Yes. So just write it as what we will write, AC. O is the midpoint of AC. Hence OA equal to OC, which is equal to OB. That means it is the equidistance from the midpoint. So O is the midpoint. So we will mention this one also. So this is okay. So this is about. So complete your notes. Take the signature of your parents and send it to me.